The 60s and 70s brought out voices of a generation looking for change and to right many injustices. Musicians spoke out by writing protest anthems and fought for a cause and got their voices heard. With everything that is going on right now, how important is it for artists and the industry creators to create music for a mission or a movement? Here is Stephanie Carlin to discuss a few blind spots that keeps us from declaring what we're truly committed to. Stephanie.
Hi, Peter. Thanks. So I really believe musicians and artists change the world just as much, if not more, than politicians. And I'd like to give two examples I'm particularly moved by right now in our current climate. I think about Lizzo, who uses her 9 million Instagram followers to post, well, some might think she's posting photos of her ass, but she's actually doing it with intention. She's doing it to show women how to deal with body shame. She's doing it because she knows there are women and girls on her platform who get body shamed every single day and have no idea how to deal with trolls and have no idea how to be confident. She's doing it to shame the fat shamers and give those women and girls the thought, well, if Lizzo can be confident, if Lizzo can love her body, I can do it too. It's very clear that she has a methodical and thoughtful approach to the impact she's making through social media. And I also think about Beyonce. Now, at the time of this airing, Breonna Taylor's murderers have still not been arrested. And we saw that this week, Beyonce penned a letter to the Kentucky Attorney General, and she penned three specific calls to action to bring criminal charges against the officers, transparency into the investigation and prosecution of those officers, and an investigation into the Louisville Metro Police in response to her murder and the repeated deaths of unarmed Black citizens. It has been 3 months since Breonna Taylor was murdered by the police. Beyonce only penned this letter yesterday, and I have a feeling it's going to make a huge difference because people listen. And why do people listen to her? Why do people listen to artists? Music speaks to the human experience. Musicians are the access to this spiritual practice of feeling, not just speaking truth. Great music makes us feel truth. It makes us feel whatever your version of God is. It connects us to deep unity. It reminds us we're one. And those of us who have chosen music as our spiritual practice or as our business must acknowledge the responsibility that is. And let's not forget their roots. Like 8 years into her career, Lizzo was still sleeping in her car. She was still singing for a hot meal. There's a photo she put on her Instagram of her holding up like one of those signs on the side of the road for Liberty Mutual, because that was her job, reminding folks of her roots and how unwilling we should be to settle for anything less than our dreams. And so my inquiry to our listeners today is, what has you scared to speak truth? Maybe you're an artist, but maybe you're a music industry leader. And by the way, everyone in an industry can be a leader. Even if you're an intern, you're a leader. Being a leader is a mindset. It's not an evidence-based phenomena. You either believe you make a difference or you don't. So to all my leaders out there, what has you scared to speak your truth and to use your platform to take a stand for something beyond the day's hashtags and trends? Where are you scared of being judged, being criticized, being scared of making people angry? Are you afraid of your power? Are you afraid to shine? Do you have an old grudge or resentment that just won't go away? I want you to remember what self-sabotage actually looks like in those little moments. It looks like procrastinating, like quitting right as you get close to a goal, like being in relationships that tether you to frustration. It looks like carrying any sort of disempowering narrative that diminishes you and your power. So my request to you is that you stop self-sabotaging, stop trying to keep the peace or be nice, and make it your mission to speak truth on a truth vibration and get committed to altering things. And for the next 3 weeks, we will be in Mercury retrograde, which is an intense astrological time for us as individuals, corporations, businesses, and of course, as a society, to reflect and reassess on what matters to us. So, Peter, the timing could not be more perfect.